Now, there's a problem with this, it's probably me, because I sometimes have a problem starting this off right. Here we go. Love came, broke through my darkest night, broke chains, surrounding me with light. I'm alive on the inside, can't hide it. This love I found, I can't hide it. Gonna make a shout so loud the world will hear the sound. Let's let them hear it. I'm not ashamed, no way. I've been saved by amazing grace. Nothing's gonna take it away from me. I've waited all my life to be here face to face. I never knew that I could feel this kind of grace. The way you showed me that your love has washed me clean could never be erased. It lives inside of me. Take me to that secret place where I can only see your face, and nothing else will ever feel this way. You take away my guilty stain, the things I found that I can't change. It's only by the power of your name. I stand here in this place to the glory of your name. I'm taking my old wonder of your name. I'm desperate for your touch. I'm never leaving inside. All I want is you. When all the things around me have fallen to the ground, I'm always thankful for the love in you I found. So thankful, Lord. Take me to that secret place where I can only see your face, and nothing else will ever be the same. You take away the guilty stain, the things I've done that I can't change. It's only by the power of your name. I stand here in this place to the glory of your name. Taking back the wonder of your name. So I'm desperate for your touch. taken by the wonder of your name. Lord, I'm desperate for your touch. Never needed it so much. 'Cause all I want is you. One last time, say, I stand here in this place, see the glory on your face. I'm taken by the wonder of your name. Yes, Lord. I'm desperate for your touch. Never needed it so much. 'Cause all I want is you. Please lift up your voices and praise unto him. Give him a hand clap of praise if you decide to. I give you my life. I give you my trust. Jesus. You are my God. And you are enough. Jesus. Sing his name again. Jesus. I give you my life. I give you my life. I give you my trust. Jesus. You are my as we're coming to an end of another year, we were watching a program last night called The Heart Neighbor. Actually, it dealt with them getting to celebrate New Year's. And a little girl there, because of some tragedies that happened in their family, she said, my daddy says, New Year's just means it's just another day like every other day. Nothing really changed, nothing ever made new. But one good thing we have is we brought in this in sort of our human minds, but also what God allows us to bring in. The true New Year, I guess you could say, is really when we give our hearts and our lives to Jesus Christ. Because that truly is when something completely, a new life needs to take place. We look at 2016 is just 4 days away. And we'll be beginning a new calendar year. Which a lot of people, of course, at New Year time, they make resolutions and all that stuff. And but many times they fell in that. But as we're thinking about this year and getting ready to head into the new year, we can look at it as 2016 could be a time where we say, okay, 2015 was great. I'm going to continue what I was doing in 2015. Maybe 2015 wasn't all that great for you, and there's some changes you made. But like I said, as we come to an end of another year, the thought I really want to focus on this morning is this thought: 2 small coins. And you may be thinking, 2 small coins, Pastor, what in the world does that mean? And we're going to discover that today. We're going to use it as a way to look back on 2015 and see whether or not 2 small coins has been present in our life. If it's been evident in our life of about 2 small coins. We're going to look at it's a very short account. It's only 4 verses found in the Gospel of Luke in chapter 21. We're going to look and see what is being said here, because this account is an observation that Jesus makes. It may be a very short account, but it has a huge, huge message behind it. Like I said, we're going to read verses 1 and 2, and let's sort of see what is going on here. It says, while Jesus was in the temple, he watched the rich people dropping their gifts in the collection box. Then a poor widow came by and dropped 2 small coins. Hence where you get the thought of the name of the message, 2 small coins. See, the account here shows us that Jesus, you understand this, Jesus, God, is watching our lives. He is watching our lives. He notices what we are giving, what we are doing. He is aware of you no matter where you fall on the socio-economical scale of life. Not just rich people catch his attention, not just poor people, not just average people. All people he notices. He looks at. He's aware of. Your money or the possessions you have or how holy you think you are doesn't really rate him. He's truly looking at the heart. He's truly looking at a person, whether or not it's true to see if they're pursuing him or not. And so this is the scene we're in where people, they're coming to the temple. What are they doing? They're giving their tithes and offering. They're paying their tithes and offering. And while he's looking at this, he sees what's going on. He happens to make this comment. In verse 3 he says, I tell you the truth, Jesus says, this poor widow has given more than all of the rest of them. Now you understand, 2 small coins that this widow gave in, it wasn't a lot of money, it was very, very little. As far as dollar value goes, it's nothing. It's basically nothing. Hence why you see the one picture when I had the slide started to start the message, were what? What was up there? 2 what? Pennies. 2 pennies. Most of us anymore, if we see a penny laying on the sidewalk, won't even waste our time to bend down and pick it up. I once heard, like Bill Gates, I once heard a story of Bill Gates. Bill Gates makes so much on average per hour. If he had a $10,000 bill, or had $10,000 in his pocket, and it fell out of his pocket, dropped on the floor, and he bent down to pick it up, he would lose money picking it up. That's how valuable how much money he makes in his time, that if he dropped $10,000, it would actually, if you looked at it being paid, it would cost him money to pick it up versus just leaving it there. But no, I'll tell you, if I dropped $10,000 in my pocket, I'd still pick it up too, you know what I'm saying? If I probably dropped a penny on my pocket, I'd pick it up. Unless it rolled underneath something that was inconvenient, I probably dropped it and stay there. But Jesus says, I'll tell you the truth. This poor widow has given more than all of the rest of them. See, from our human reasoning, this sounds like an absurd statement. How in the world can a poor widow give more money, give more than rich people? This is economically impossible. It's impossible. How can this widow give more money? These two little mites, as they were called, more than those who were possibly dropping in bags and sacks of money, which had a whole lot more value to them. How is this possible? It's economically impossible. It's impossible, or is it? So what we see many times is it the understanding of something that we see. We gain it from the perspective of what we're viewing it from. It's like, for instance, there's a story that's told of an atheist who wrote down this saying. He wrote this saying here. Pull it up, see? God is nowhere. That's what he wrote. His young child came by, his young daughter came by, and this is how she read it. God is now here. All the same letters there. It says basically the same thing, but the difference is where he had no space there, she reading it put a space there. It's like I remember years ago when we were down by some of the farmers market down on 50, and it's when I began to watch a little bit when I was eating all that stuff, and we're going by, and on the sign, it said, low-cal strawberries. There was a separation there. And I looked at Wanda, I said, no, it does. She sort of looks at me strange. I said, strawberries are low-cal. And she says, honey, that's local. All a matter of spacing and perspective.
That's right.
Because literally, it was, the L-O-C-A-L was not put together, it was L-O space and then cal. So I don't know if the wind came by, if it was a retarded farmer or farming, I don't know. All I know is there was a space there. And of course, because of what I've been doing in my life at that time, my mind was thinking a particular way. So it's probably just a stupid person reading it, you know what I'm saying? But it is a lot of times the truth is how we understand something is from the perspective in which we see it from. And another example would be this: you could use the phrase, "I have moles." Are you talking about the animals that are out in your backyard? Moles all through your grass? No. Or are you talking about the brown spots you have on your body? Spelled the same. Because during the summertime, at our yard, we do have moles in our backyard. The fact is, every once in a while, I'll go out to clean the pool. I'll see something floating in it.
Oh!
And you know what it was? Some dumb mole that came up out of the ground, tried to go, it fell in the pool. And they can't swim too well. And I want to tell you, there's ugly as a mole. Hence why everybody called them mole, hence they're called a mole. But a lot of times it's from the perspective. We understand things from the perspective of what we're viewing. It's like, I've shared this before, how I've told people, I preached the message. And I knew what I want to try to get across in the message. I have individuals come up to me after just, Pastor, I got what you're talking about today. I got what you're talking about. And they sit there and tell me what they got out of it. And I'm sitting there smiling, going, oh, God bless you. Yeah, yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, that is not what I was talking about. That was not the point I was trying to get across. But again, it goes to show. Sometimes, now again, I've always told you, the truth is always the truth no matter what. You know, in all circumstances, all situations, the truth is always the truth. But the way that we apply it to our life, it can change. It can be one thing in one circumstance. In other words, it can have a different application in one circumstance and another application in another circumstance, but it's still the same truth. But sometimes our perspective will help us understand things in a different way. The way we view it will give us a little bit different, understand a little bit different perspective on things. So he says, you know, I tell you the truth. Jesus says, this poor widow has given more than the rest of them. Now we're going to look at it from the perspective that he's truly looking at it by. And this is what I want you to understand is, we know that whenever God looks at something, it truly is always a problem. And sometimes he will truly say some things to really get our hearts and minds to stop thinking about it from a human standpoint and begin to look at it with a bigger view in mind. I said too many times, we are very self-centered individuals. We are a very self-centered race. I mean, we only think about ourselves, especially since towards the end of the 60s and 70s. All, you know, they're called the me generation. It was all about it's me, 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 and it seems like even more, it's even getting worse because I tell you, too many parents make life just about their kids. They make their kids think the world revolves around them. I'm here to tell you today, the world does not revolve. The world doesn't revolve around you. It doesn't revolve around them. It doesn't revolve around me. You want me to prove it to you? If they were to die tomorrow, would the world stop? Your life, you know, if it's your child or your relative or mom, dad, whoever, it may rock your world, but the world did not cease to run. I remember Betty telling me about when her father died. And she was riding down the road, and she was going somewhere, and she was just watching the expressions of people. And she said, the thought came to me, how can they have such a thought in their mind when don't they understand that this happened? I remember you sharing, and sometimes we think about that, you know, we're like, you know, how's this possible? But we need to understand, the world does not revolve around you, me, us, our kids. Now here's one thing I will tell you, if God did cease to exist, the world would stop. That's the only being in existence. That if somehow, if it was possible for him to die, if it was possible, everything would cease. Yes, the world would stop. But Jesus here is getting ready to try to get the disciples to really begin to look at things in the proper way. Because too many times we place too much value on the wrong things. We may place too much value on wrong people. And here's what I mean. We're going to read verses 3 and 4 together. And then you'll get a better understanding of what he's talking about. He says, I tell you the truth, Jesus says, this poor widow has given more than all of the rest of them. For they have given a tiny part of their surplus. But she, poor as she is, has given everything she has. Do you understand now why he said what he did? That why he said that she has given more than them all. Because what was it? She gave something that cost her a lot. Because what did he say? He says, for they have given, in verse 2, for they have given a tiny part of the surplus. But she, poor as she is, has given everything she has. So I ask you this question this morning. Are you giving Jesus a tiny part, a small portion of your surplus? Or are you giving him everything you have? See, there can be no greater, see, and I'm going to hit this here in a little bit. Well, let me just say this. Only one of them is truly blessed. Which one do you think it is? See, and I want to be very clear this morning. I know that this account is talking about money being given, but I'm not talking only about money. Money may be the issue when it comes to you and the question I asked. But it very well could be other things in your life as well. But with that being said, don't easily discount the importance of money or your financial part in your relationship with Jesus either. Because too many times we say, okay, Pastor, you're talking about something spiritual, so I don't have to worry about this here. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm not just focusing on that. Some of the most blessed giving there can be, whether it's your finances, whether it's your time or whatever, it's those areas in which you are lacking, in which you are struggling, in which, for some people, money may not be the issue. It may be their time because they jam their life so full of stuff that they never set aside time really to give to God. Or maybe because of just circumstances in life that they have to work so much that it seems like times they're asleep. But it's about truly sacrificial giving, of your time, your talent, and your finances. But this woman here, she gave everything she had. She literally gave it all. Like I said, as I was thinking about this year, how do we compare to this woman? Like I asked earlier, I asked again, are you giving Jesus a tiny part of your surplus? Is it just when you feel like it? Or are you truly giving him everything? Again, because I don't want you to misunderstand about, when we say the 2 small coins. You understand, they may be 2 small coins to the rich people that were there. But remember, to this woman, that was her all. That was everything she possessed in life. Sort of put some things in perspective. Everything she possessed in life, what did she do? She gave it to God. She did not hold anything back. Sometimes we may get to a place where we say, okay, you know what? I know I really should be doing this, but God, I'll just give a little bit more money in offering or tithes. Or maybe I'll do this, I'll do that. Instead of really doing what he wants us to do. It's like we try to buy him off or reason with him. And we need to understand that what Christ desires, what he will truly only accept with true pleasure, is when we give our everything. Unless our musicians come up and say, I wasn't found preaching along this morning. Because I think, again, as we're ending this year, and as you begin to think about this past year, I ask you this question. Have you given Jesus everything you have? You see how this begins to tie in with us dealing with our heart, pursuing his heart? Like I said, I want you to understand, get real plain this one. I'm not talking really about money. I'm talking about your life and your relationship with him. Because honestly, if he has your life and you have a true relationship with him, everything else comes along. And it's amazing sometimes how we allow certain things to get in the way. But have you given Jesus everything you have? Can you truly say within your heart, there is truly nothing more that you could have given him? In other words, when you look back on this year, would he truly be pleased with how you lived for him? Would he be proud to say, this is my son, this is my daughter? Now again, I know the question I'm asking, hey, it points right back to me too, folks. I'm not preaching this message because I say, oh, well, you know, Pastor did it this year. I'm just pointing the finger, no. I'm really asking it in a heart-searching way. Would he truly be proud with the life that we lived for him this year? And again, I know we can always do better. We can always strive to live more for him. And that's not really what I'm talking about. Because again, no matter how well you live, we will never reach perfection until this corruptible body puts on incorruption. So this mortal body puts on immortality. We will never reach that true perfection as long as we live. Even though we may be walking saved by grace, even though we may have lived a life that truly, honestly, may have been sinless this year. Which I believe that's possible. I know that's possible. How do I know? Because the Bible says that we become a new creation in him. And I know as long as we keep our eyes upon him, we can keep on making the right decision, the right choice. As long as we're following him, we can make sure we're living a life that's pleasing to him. But as you look over this year that's about to pass in 4 days, can you truly say it's a year that you can say, Lord, I proudly. And when I mean proudly, I don't mean to press, so understand. I'm not talking about pride, okay? I'm talking about that you know, Lord, you were pleased with how I lived this year. Because, Lord, I gave you my best. I gave you my all. See, that's what this widow woman did. She gave everything she had. And granted, I know he's talking about money, but you understand, it cost her everything to worship God. Everything. I'm going to say something that may sound a little facetious, but I don't mean it to sound that way. For example, I know why some individuals aren't here this morning, but I don't know why everyone's not here this morning. Is it truly because, and again, like I said, I'm just throwing this for you to think about. I want you to think about this. Is it because that they're just trying to please themselves? Not willing to give that one extra day to him of worship? And please understand, I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but I just want to give you, are we truly living a life that's pleasing to him? Is our heart in that place where truly we're like, Lord, we really want our life to bring honor, glory, and praise to you? Because church, I'm going to tell you, that's the problem that the world's seeing in the church right now. They're not seeing real Christians. And what I mean by that, I'm not talking about that people that say the right words, that are living the right way. I'm talking about people who when they look at them, they know by how they live that they love Jesus Christ. It's not in what they say. It's not in how many chapters they read in their Bible. But it's in that they truly allow the love of Christ to shine forth from their life for the world to see. What did Jesus say? He says, let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. See, our life is supposed to be on display for the world. With the people around us, do they really know that we know Jesus Christ? Have we truly given him our all? Or are we trying to hold on to that one little portion of our life so strongly, say, God, you can have all of this except. And I'm here to tell you that that is a life of frustration. Because you'll never truly go in him where you need to go. when you hold on to something for yourself. Because it has to be where you give it all. See, these rich, I guarantee most of them were probably Pharisees. And that's the problem. They were Pharisees. And Christ, I want you to understand, Christ never got on to sinners. You realize that? I get amazed when I see certain things, I read certain things on Facebook, how I hear people ridicule Christians, picking on things that sinners do. And many times I want to get up and say, hey, I'm going to ask you a question. Show me a scripture verse in the Bible where Jesus got on sinners. Today, I'm going to tell you about it. Can you point out any scripture verse in the Bible where Jesus got on and picked on, and whatever he picked on, and literally began to just tell a sinner how vile they are? Do you know that? Do you know that? If you do know that, correct me if I'm wrong. Jesus, when he came to show them the Father. But I'll tell you, he did speak some very ridiculing words. He did speak some words in anger with us, and he did speak some very harsh words to some individuals. But do you know who those individuals were? Who were those individuals? Anybody tell me? They were the religious. Those were the ones who on the outside looked like all bad. They're Mr. and Mrs. Super Christian. And he called them a bunch of dead man's bones. He called them a dead man's tomb. He called them hypocrites. He says they have their reward, Kathy. They have it down here. That's all they're going to get. Because they want the praise of men. They want people to see, oh, how special they are. Oh, how religious they are. See, us living our life before other people is not about people seeing how religious we are. It's seeing how Jesus has changed our heart and our life. That's what it's about. So as you think back over this year, could you present this year to Christ as something that he would be pleased? If you were given to him as a gift, would he be pleased with it as a gift? And if not, what are you going to do to make a difference next year? And I'm here to tell you, unless you give your everything, unless you give your all, it won't be pleasing to you. It's amazing how Jesus looking at two small coins, and like I said, in today's terms, in American terms, looking at two small pennies, declaring that's everything. Everything she had, that's her whole living. And she gave it. Does that describe you to God? Would Jesus say about you what he said about the widow? And here's the thing, this year is not over yet. But guess what? We still have time. One thing with God, it's never too late. It's never too late to give him your all. It's never too late to give him your best. But it's up to you to decide to do so. We stand with you. Over here a little bit. Sing this with me next time. And then we're gonna sing the song that we may go back into the other one. But well, let's use this song to prepare ourselves for a time of being with this day. Or before here, can we do that? Sing it, sing it. This is my desire to honor you. Say, Lord, with all my heart. life. Can you truly and honestly say, Lord, this year I truly have lived for you. You will be pleased with it, Lord. So I offer to you this morning as an offering. Could you make that statement? Could you make that declaration? No one has to. Just think about it in your mind. And if not, I'll ask you this morning as we sing this song, there's another one to sing too, about our sin, our further on. Will you come? Come on, buddy. Will you come and say, Lord, I'm declaring from the rest of this year on, I want you to be able to say to me, say to me with the seal of the winner. And I'm going to try to make sure that next year, Lord, you just help to keep me in the place where I need to be, where next year I don't get cold. I don't go into cruise control mode. But let me live every day intentionally focused upon you. Intentionally living Jesus before those around me. Let them see Jesus alive in my heart like I've never before. And again, by walking forward, you're not saying that you're in sin or anything. You're just realizing, hey, I should have given more. And if that's you, we slip up from where you are.